In today's video, we're going to be talking all about where DJs get their music from in 2024. It's been a little while since I've done a video like this, and I've got a whole load of new subscribers to the channel. Welcome along if you have only recently subscribed. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first source of music then for DJs that we're going to talk about today is the streaming service. Now, I didn't place too much emphasis on streaming services in previous iterations of this video. However, in 2024, I feel like number one, the products have evolved quite significantly, and we'll talk more about that in a moment, but also more and more DJs that I'm talking to are using streaming services in order to get the tracks to play at their DJ sets. Now, when we talk about the products and how they've evolved, it's mainly due to the offline locker, the offline storage, because when streaming services first came out, I was a little bit dubious because, of course, when you're streaming, you are relying on an internet connection, and a lot of the venues that I play in have got absolutely terrible Wi-Fi. And I don't get a phone signal, so I can't hotspot my phone. And I was thinking to myself, how the hell is this ever going to work? But in 2024, two of the big services out there for DJs, so Beatport and BeatSource, have offline storage for up to 1,000 tracks. That is pretty significant, and I don't think it should be ignored. So you don't have to rely on an internet connection. But in the clubs where you do have a good internet connection, you can also stream tracks in the here and now. So if you've got a request from a customer, for example, and you don't have that track in your library, you can literally just get onto your streaming service and make sure that you can get that track. So you've got pretty much everything available at your fingertips, which is why I think streaming services are becoming more of a dominant force in terms of where DJs are getting their music. One thing to bear in mind with streaming services is you are going to have to pay an absolute premium. BeatSource is $35 or $34.99 each month, and Beatport here in the UK is £29.99 UK pounds, so £29.99 a month. So it's about $35 as well. In the past, been a little bit anti-streaming services, because, and I don't use them to this day, because I like building my own collection of music. I like owning the track. However, I am becoming more and more kind of warm to the idea of using them, simply because I think music these days, new music especially, is not timeless anymore. Music has a shelf life. Stuff that is new and a big hit 6 months ago probably won't be being played in about 12 months to 18 months time. It's a little bit, I feel like music is becoming a little bit more like TikTok viral videos. They're here one day and they're gone the next. And for that reason, I feel like you probably don't need to own as much music. I'm not a fan of the way it's going. I like timeless records, but I feel like the offline locker, you can just keep it up to date with the stuff that you're going to play today and it's going to be gone tomorrow. But I would still say that you need to combine that with the timeless stuff from many years ago. Own copies of that, and then the newer stuff that isn't so timeless, you could probably just have in your offline locker and then replace that as new stuff comes out. And that's where I think the use case for streaming services is pretty strong in this day and age. But as I say, you are going to be paying a premium, and ultimately the one thing to bear in mind with streaming services is you do not own the music that you are storing in your offline locker or what you're putting into your folders. Once you cancel your subscription, the music is gone. You are effectively renting the music as opposed to owning the music. But it has a lot less stress in terms of hard drive space. You don't need as much. And as I said, music isn't timeless anymore. So do you actually need to own a copy of something that you're never going to play again after, say, a year's time? Streaming services, definitely one to consider in 2024. Source of music number 2 for DJs, and that is the good old trusty record pool. Now, there are many record pools to choose from. I have several videos on my channel talking about different record pools and things that you need to consider when selecting a record pool. I have left some links down in the description down below. But effectively, if you don't know what a record pool is, basically you sign up to one of these services and in exchange for a monthly subscription, sometimes you can sign up for longer, you get access to a pool of music which is updated on a regular basis, and you can download music from that website for use in your DJ sets. Now, the difference between a record pool, a traditional record pool, and a subscription service is you are downloading the files onto your laptop, which means that you own that music file once it is on your laptop, meaning that if you cancel your subscription, the file, the music, it goes nowhere. You actually get to DJ off of it, even if you're no longer subscribed to the pool, as long as you have downloaded the track. So that is a record pool. I am signed up to Zip DJ, and I also use Heavy Hits as well. Those are my two record pools of choice. Zip DJ is pretty much the best in the business for electronic music, and I'm mainly a house DJ, so I find Zip DJ to be pretty good, and Heavy Hits is just a good all-rounder in my opinion. But there are many others to choose from on the market. There's DJ City, there's BPM Supreme, there's themashup.co.uk, loads of DJ record pools to choose from. Signing up is pretty easy. It might ask you for proof that you are a DJ. Now, if you're not playing out to thousands in nightclubs every single week, don't be put off by not applying, because I'm pretty certain that the approval process is automated. So as long as you've got some kind of DJ related content on your social media, you're probably going to be fine. Record pools still very prominent in my opinion, and how a lot of DJs get their music. Source of music number 3, and that is physical music. And we're talking about CD and vinyl. Here in the UK, vinyl has seen an explosion in terms of sales, and I see loads of events which promote vinyl only DJs. So don't underestimate the power of old school physical music. The only thing is that if you're going to be getting music in this format or CD, it is way more expensive. It's very, very heavy to lug around. I remember the days of carrying crates of vinyl into venues. It's very heavy, it is expensive, and you're also going to need room to store it. But yes, physical music is not dead, and if anything, it's making a resurgence in 2024, with many people opting to buy physical music once again. Source of music number 4 is online record stores. So I'm not talking here about record pools where you have to pay a monthly subscription in order to download stuff. I'm talking about stores where you can go and pay for each individual track, like good old trusty iTunes, Amazon Music. You can go and download records from Amazon Music. You get the music file onto your laptop that you can play. And if you like electronic music, specialist sites such as TrackSource, Juno Download, and Beatport. These are, in my opinion, online record stores, the best place to go if you are a niche DJ. So if you're looking for jump up drum and bass, liquid drum and bass, German techno, I'm making up genres here, but you get the idea. If you are looking for very particular genres of music, then your best bet, rather than signing up to a record pool that is appealing to the mass market, I feel like if you are a niche DJ looking for particular genres of music, you need to go and look at online record stores and purchase individual downloads of music. That is my opinion, but yes, I still top up my collection with individual tracks from sites such as this because they are pretty good. Also, just to mention before we move on to source number 5, check out Bandcamp. Now, I'm going to sort of club this together with online stores because it is kind of like an online record store, but it is kind of not. But basically, Bandcamp is driven by its users. So say, for example, if I produce a track and I can't get it signed by a label, but I've got a bit of a following, I could put it onto Bandcamp and I could charge maybe like $1 or $2 for a download, or ask for a donation, whatever people feel like donating, basically. Bandcamp is a great little hidden gem for finding edits, stuff that isn't released on big labels, and it's not available on Beatport, and it's not available on the record pools. I highly, highly recommend Bandcamp. You can really find some cool artists. You can find some really quirky little edits on there. You can find some stuff that is really quite unique and will really make your DJ sets kind of sound different from the rest, especially if you're playing like mainstream stuff. So check out Bandcamp, especially if you know of artists, producers that perhaps aren't getting signed by bigger labels and aren't releasing through the traditional stores. Yes, Bandcamp is a really, really good source of music. And then the final source of music, source number 5 for DJs in 2024, is SoundCloud. Now, I'm not talking about ripping music from SoundCloud or anything like that. That's pretty dodgy, and I would say don't do it. It's highly illegal. I would never encourage anyone to rip music from SoundCloud. However, from time to time, when an artist puts up a bootleg, a mashup, or an original track onto SoundCloud, they do include a download link. Sometimes it downloads straight away onto your laptop, and that's brilliant. But other times the download link will take you to a site such as Hyped, which is known as a download gate. Now, a download gate basically means that there are a few steps in order to open the gate, which is the download. So it could be that you have to like and share the track in order to get the download. It could be that you have to follow them on Spotify, follow them on Instagram, etc., etc. It's up to the artist as to what they want you to do in order to get access to that download. But SoundCloud could be a good way to get a few different tracks that aren't available on record stores or on record pools. What I would say is, if it goes via a download gate, just be careful, because sometimes you could be signing up to mailing lists. Of course, the download could have malicious software in it. So just be sure that it is a trustworthy producer. It's a file that you definitely want, because ultimately, if you're signing up to any mailing lists, which could be part of the process of getting the download, and you don't want to be spammed by loads and loads of people. So just make sure that it is definitely the download for you. It's definitely something you would definitely play in your DJ sets before going through hoops in order to get the download. But SoundCloud is also a brilliant source of music, especially for lesser known artists and lesser known producers, much like Bandcamp, but there may be a few extra hoops to jump through in order to get the music. So there we have it. That is where I think DJs are getting their music from in 2024. Where are you getting your music from? I'm genuinely interested to know. Let me know down in the comments down below. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do click the subscribe button down below. I'm trying to get to 6K, which hopefully at the time of filming this, I'm going to hit very, very soon. Give this video a thumbs up. It's completely free of charge to do and helps my little channel grow. And I will see you in the next video.